All right. Mindful Mondays. Thank you all so much for joining. We are going to get in right into our presentation. So this is the network Black Integrated Communications Professionals presents our Black History Month Mindful Mondays. And this is week 3, and this is our last week, and it is the transformation. Week 1 was the technique, so I'll do a quick recap of week 1 and week 2, and then we will go right into week 3. So again, the technique of mindfulness is, well, first we define what mindfulness was and or is, and it's a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment. And the benefits of that, especially in the workplace, is that you're starting with a thoughtful moment, which is crucial to improving your productivity, performance, and engagement at work. Setting aside that time in the morning to set intentions help you start the day with a clear mind. And you can do this. Some of the techniques of mindfulness is journaling, movement, reading, meditation. I want to add prayer. It is also um, breathing. Drink plenty of water to avoid dehydration. Again, have your water, drink it, because dehydration is also symptoms of um, being stressed out, right? You feel the weakness, it lowers your blood pressure, it causes dizziness and confusion. We also stated some positive affirmations, which I like to start with I am. For instance, I am calm. Only use positive words. For example, don't say I won't worry, but say I am always calm. Speak your positive affirmations confidently, as if they were already true. For example, I could be calm in every situation is not as solid as I am calm in every situation. We talked about breathe, right? Break habits that don't serve you. Remember things that you are grateful for. Ease your body. Allow yourself to slow down. Take a moment to relax. Hush the negative voices and ease your mind. Because we all know work can be very hectic and it's filled with unforeseen circumstances and commitments and deadlines. And so you need to take the time to just breathe. And then we talked about some techniques for breathing. There's the breath technique, the 5-minute exercise, and you spend a minute on what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, and what you see. And then again, meditation. So then we heard from you, and you all have some powerful affirmations. One, someone advised that you record yourself and then play it back. And it's something about hearing your own voice speak to you that really motivates you and recharges you. And then some people say, I am stronger than I know. I am confident in my skills and gifts. I see my goals clearly. I welcome all the ways the universe wants to bless me. I trust my journey. My possibilities are endless. No matter how hard it is, I can do it. I give myself permission to make mistakes. I am smart and my voice matters. I trust my decisions. I am becoming the best version of myself. I compare myself to no one. I am here for a reason. Greatness lives inside of me. And then you all provided some resources such as Equilibrium, and there's some challenges going on within that app. So if you haven't already gone out there, go out there and check it out. And I will share this presentation again, and this will include the week 3. So week 2, we talked about triggers, and we talked about how to identify stress and how it personally shows up in your life, and then how you can use mindfulness to increase your capacity to bounce back, to regulate your emotions and respond skillfully in challenging situations. So you become familiar with your response to stress by journaling a stressful situation, how it made you feel, how you responded, how you wanted to respond. And then that way, when it comes up again, you respond better. Um, so as you point out how you felt in that moment, you want to just know, was I stressing? Did my heartbeat increase? Was my stomach upset? Like, pay attention to how your body responds to stress, and then in what situations, what was happening to trigger that stress, and then jot it down. And if you can't regulate those responses, speak to a professional. It is okay. And then how do you manage your stress triggers? You build resilience. It's that growth mindset, right? You start with what triggers it? How do I respond? How should I respond? Or how can I respond? Do I need to talk to someone about it? Right. And sometimes it's as simple as making lifestyle changes as far as drinking water, eating right, rest, and then again, talk it out. Sometimes we hold stuff in because we feel like we're going to hurt that other person's feelings. And sometimes they may not even know that they've triggered you, right? And so um, it's part of setting boundaries, which are good for everyone, especially maintaining your own personal health. And then listen to the words that you use. Do you sometimes say things like, my blood is boiling? They are a real pain in the neck. They're doing my head in. I can't take any more of this. Not this again. Or maybe it's, I need to get this done. I can't do this. They should have that information. Like, listen to your language. You're telling yourself you are under stress. And then, of course, deep breathing and relaxation techniques help you manage stress. We talked about the 7 types of rest: physical rest, mental rest, sensory rest, creative rest, emotional rest, social rest, and spiritual rest. Now we're into week 3, the transformation. Transformation, a thorough or dramatic change in form or appearance. Its landscape has undergone a radical transformation. So to define transformation means looking at where you were when you started, and then where you are now, and what your end game is. And to journal that transformation, because sometimes you may not even know that you've transformed unless you can go back and read it. So there's always an attitude of gratitude in transformation. In fact, I keep a gratitude journal, and I just write down things that I'm thankful for. And it's as simple as, I'm thankful I had some banana pudding. I love banana pudding. So when I get a chance to eat banana pudding, like, I'm grateful for that. Right? It's just something as simple as that. Employing mindful strategies to overcome the negativity bias, broaden perspective, and increase cognitive flexibility and creativity. Applying mindful strategies for more effective communication and connection. We've developed a personal mindfulness routine. We're drinking our water, we're saying positive affirmations to ourselves, and we're breathing. So we've transformed over these 3 weeks, right? Using our techniques. We've identified what our stressors are, what our triggers are. And now we're identifying the transformation, and we're grateful that we're not where we used to be. We may not be where we want to be, but we're grateful for the transformational journey that we're on. Transforming the self through mindfulness. Again, mindfulness can shape yourself, your emotions, your perception. And David Vago, a cognitive neuroscientist, states that a systematic form of mental training involving meditation and mindful awareness has the potential to transform ourself and our mental habits in a positive way. So I wanted to throw this in here just so it's not Dewanda saying this. These are proven studies that being mindful in the present helps you transform your mindset. It helps you transform your emotions and your perception. Renewing your mind is a process, and it may take time and effort to see results, but you will surely get there. I just had to throw that in. The wonderful 101. So now we are going to take some time to breathe, and we're going to use the breath method. And we're going to do it a couple of times, inhaling on for 4 counts, and then we're going to exhale for 8 counts. And so relax, do some stretches in your chair before you start it because you want to be comfortable. So if you need to work out some kinks, go ahead and, do a little stretch, move around if you will, wiggle your toes, do your fingers. Now we're going to breathe because we want to be completely in the moment. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And if you're really feeling stressed, let's try to inhale for the count of 8. And then we're going to exhale for the count of 16. It's going to take a lot of breath. Okay. Inhale, exhale. How do you feel? I want you to journal. How do you feel? How do you feel like you've been on a transformational journey, learning the techniques, learning the triggers, and then dealing with those triggers? Do you see the transformation? So, congratulations. We have completed our 3-week journey on mindfulness and how to incorporate mindfulness into our day to day activities. I use work because that's our bond, right? That's our network. But you can use this at home in your personal lives, not just at work. This is truly a transformation of your mindset. So it covers your whole totality, not just at work. You can use it anywhere. I also want to remind you, please take the time to complete the survey. I do want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear how mindfulness have transformed you. So if you need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. I will also post the link in our Teams room. And so now I will stop sharing, but I do want to hear from you. So please come off mute and tell us about your transformation.
Wanda, this is
Yes,
Rachel. I just want to let you know that I have truly enjoyed these 3 weeks, and if anyone has not told you, you have the most calming voice, soothing voice. But I have enjoyed it. It I look forward to Mondays this month, and it's just my time of relaxation to clear my mind just for this 30 minutes. But I truly have enjoyed it. So, and today's takeaway was a thankfulness journey. I never thought about that, so that's great. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, anyone else?
Hey, Dewanda, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Hey, this is Victoria. I wanted to say one of the things that I do to show gratitude is each day I set my um, alarm on my phone for 3 p.m. When the alarm go off, I say what I'm grateful for, and anyone around me, I will ask them, "Hey, what you grateful for today?" So that's the way that I try to show gratitude each day.
I love it. And then you're doing what I call the reach one, teach one, right? I
Right,
love it.
right.
Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? As we say in the church, anyone want to give their testimony? Share best practices, something you've learned, something you're adopting, or something you
Hey,
already
Wanda.
do. Hey,
Hey, it's Nikki. Um, so for me, I start my day with gratitude in my journal. I write down every morning something that I'm thankful about. So it definitely helps to put me in the mind frame of being thankful all day. So I started that practice actually sometime last year, and I find that it helps me a lot. It helps me a lot to start my day.
that is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that is awesome. I love it. It does change your mindset, right? From a if you're someone that complains, like when you say what you're grateful for, it kind of put things in perspective for you. And then I like that you said it goes with you all day, right? And I know we're starting it in our household, and it took something drastic to happen for my husband to see it, but he has it now, um, and he's going through something really serious. But my mom has gone through something as well, and it's not taken away from what he's going through. But he was complaining, and I was on the phone with her, and she said, "Put him on the phone." And when he handed me the phone back, he had a different attitude, and it put he was grateful for the situation not being as serious as it was, and it aligned how he now thinks about what he's going through and the words that he say, as opposed to, someone else that has gone through something way more serious. And so it put everything in perspective for him. And now it's, I'm thankful that I don't have to have this, or I'm thankful that it wasn't cancer, which is what he thought it was, and which is why he didn't go to the doctor sooner. But when he went, it was, oh, I'm so grateful that it's not that, right? And I can move forward in the treatment and the process in that journey. So, yes, having a grateful journal put things in perspective, and having a wise mother-in-law too. Anyone else?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say I was listening to my pastor yesterday, and for many of us, we start off our day hopefully doing the verse of the day. And he likened that to through going through a drive-through. We check off a box and think, okay, I've done this for the day. But you're not really being mindful and immersing yourself in your day to day. So these sessions, even though I was just writing down in my journal, I take all these notes, but I don't apply them to my day to day life. And it's hard to be mindful because there are so many little things. But thank you for this session because it is a reminder to stop and be grateful and not go through a drive through checking off a box. So
Thank
that's
you
all.
for sharing that.
You're
You are
welcome.
so right. Um, and I think for those that journal, I would love to know what you do. So, for example, we journal, right? We put our notes in there, our prayers. How do you then go back? Is there a time that you set aside to review your journal? I know for my grateful journal, I write in it every day what I'm grateful for. And then on Sundays, I try to read it and reflect on everything that I put that I'm grateful for. So, how do you all use your journals? Do you typically, is it just I'm noting how I feel and that's it, and you move on to the next day, or do you set aside time to reflect on what you wrote? Anybody?
Oh, hey, this is Victoria again. I just, it's a couple things I wanted to say. First of all, I've been journaling for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way for me to let go, let God. So, when I journal, it's like me talking to my God, and I say, "Dear God," and I let go of the things that the previous day that that's on my mind, and that's a way for me to let it go and to let God handle it,
Mm-hmm.
and it also helps me to deal with anger. So, like, if I'm mad at somebody or I'm upset with somebody, it allows me to let that go. So I'm not holding grudges. Don't have no resentment. That I'm able to continue
Yes.
going on, living my life, and not worried about someone else, and to actually be in the present moment instead of thinking about what happened in the past. So that's really what journaling does for me. And then as far as taking account of what I do, like I said, I do my daily gratitude, and then also I write on a piece of paper once a week, and I put it in a jar, things that I'm grateful for, or just a prayer to God or whatever it may be. And then at the end of the year, I open up that jar and I review all the things that I was grateful for. And so I can see actually a whole year of how awesome God has been in my life. So
Mm.
that's a way that I see, um, and I feel, the presence of the Lord, which helps me every day to, stay in the present moment and not hold, like I said, anger or resentment or things like that. And I think a lot of times in our African American community, a lot of people got anger built up inside of them. A lot of my brothers and sisters got like anger.
I think you hit mute, Victoria.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened. I was just saying, I think in our African American community, a lot of people got built up anger and they're not dealing with it. They're not releasing it.
Mhm.
And I think this right here is a good thing that the network is doing to help people here. But I think we also need to help our community, and we need to take this to the community because I think that's why we see a lot of things happening in the news in our community and our neighborhoods, is because a lot of our people have built up anger and they're not dealing with it, or they got built up resentment, or just a lot of stuff going on, and they're not dealing with it on a daily basis, and then they just snap.
Mhm.
So that's just my little feedback, my little comments.
No, thank you for sharing. I got a lot from that. One, I love the jar, and I think that's something that I want to start doing. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I can do that every day. And then either on like December 31st or January 1st, just kind of, write what I'm thankful for, or, maybe a countdown to my birthday, and I don't know, but I like that idea and I'm going to use that. The second thing I heard was is to reach out to you and see how we can take this to our communities. So I'll be, reaching out. I'll give you a couple of weeks, brainstorm on it, because I love that idea. And
Well,
so
I
thank you
already,
for
like I
that.
said, I already try to take it to my community. Just like when I'm
Yes, you
being grateful,
do.
I ask the people around me what they're grateful for. I just try to do it on a daily basis with people I interact with, or if I see a situation, or if I see someone angry. I try to say, I try to intervene and say, hey, calm down, breathe, take a moment, think about what you're doing here. So, I mean, I just try to incorporate it in my daily life to help other people any way that I can. And just in my daily contact with them. So, but yeah, we
Yeah.
can
And
definitely brainstorm on
I
some
don't know
other
if y'all
ways.
see my shirt, but it says the network asked me how to breathe, and I don't even remember what year we did this shirt, but every time I wear this shirt out in the community, I get questions, and I love it. And so I stop and take the time to talk to people, and I, share with them how to breathe. Um,
Let
and
me
I
see your shirt.
absolutely.
Wait, I can't see your shirt. Can you hold it up? Oh, okay.
And then on the back, it goes through the acronyms of
Oh,
breathe.
that's nice. Are we
How do we
selling
how
those?
do we get how do we get some of
We
these?
did this. Oh,
That's about what,
gee.
4 years ago? Because I actually had mine on over the weekend.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
guess
been a couple
I
years.
must have missed that. Can we resell those?
You know what? I will, Nikki, look, Nikki, let's see if we can get with our team and see if we can get these back out on the market. Seems like we got a demand for them. But yes,
And
that is
not only that,
awesome.
I think that seeing that word on there, breathe, and associating it with some things that have happened in the media, I think that would spark people interest. And I think that
Hmm.
could start a conversation. So I think this is awesome. I couldn't see your shirt at first. I just saw the network. So please, let's start selling these shirts again because I'll definitely get one.
Yes, awesome. Well, I thank you guys for your time. Again, please continue your mindfulness. Please share your transformational journey. Please complete your survey. And we'll see what we can do about continuing Mindful Mondays. Thank you so much for your time and your attention and for sharing your stories and just what you do, your techniques, how you've handled your triggers, right? And for sharing your transformation with all of us. Thank you all. Have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.